good afternoon, how are we all doing? My name is Jacob. Welcome back to, or welcome to my channel that reads. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a regular passerby, welcome back. So today's video, we'll discuss all the books I read in March, getting it all done. So March was an interesting reading month. Very bad reading month. I read a total of 7 books. Oh, I guess that is true. I read 6 books and DNF'd 1 for a total of 7, and I'm still in the middle of 1. So for this month, I read 1,580 pages. I listened to an average of 18.5 hours. My average star rating was 4, which is interesting because it should be a lot lower, I feel. Because I did not have a good reading. It felt like I didn't have a good reading month. Maybe I did. So first book is Master of Djinn by P. Djeli Clark. I gave this book 5 stars. It was so much fun. I loved this book. It was set in this Cairo steampunky time where djinns and humans live habitually together, but of course there's a little bit of an uprising that is, you know, trying to balance that equilibrium that they had. And so we follow this lead detective in this organization. Sure, it's like the police force, but like for magical anomalies. So she like goes around and makes sure, like, if something comes arise due to a djinn or something like that, that she's the one to take care of that. So it's very fun. We follow her around. I loved the writing. I loved the story. I loved the world. Just overall, great time. And definitely probably one of my favorite books of the year so far. There has been many pickings so far. So next I read The Shadow of What Was Lost. I don't know the author, but here's a picture somewhere. This is the book I DNF'd. I read it for the mystery date with a book, which I did a video of, so I'll link that somewhere. That was a rough time. It had huge potential and it just fell flat for me. I was really excited to read it. I thought it was going to give me like magic school vibes mixed with a quest and a plot, and 250 pages in, I was not getting anything that I wanted except a headache. It was taking way too long to get anywhere, so I didn't like the writing. It felt very redundant when it was like explaining stuff, like over redundant. Like, how many words do we need to explain they went left? I didn't like the characters. It wasn't a fun time. Maybe it had potential. Too late. I already returned it to the library. It's gone. Next, I read Gallant by V.E. Schwab. This was another 5-star read. This book is pitched as a cross between Secret Garden and Perry Mason. Is that what it is? I think. Hopefully that's correct. But it's about this orphan girl who is living in this like home that is like training these girls to be good, like basically maids and house caretakers. And then she gets this letter from her uncle that she's never heard of and welcoming her back to her home Gallant. When there, she can see ghosts. But when she's there, she learns that that house is like the guard post for the other world that her family has had problems with. Sure, let's go with that. This was a very fun book. I love V.E. Schwab's writing, and this was another like stellar book, and very excited to possibly reread it. I kind of want to reread it. Maybe I'll reread it. I don't know, but it was very fun, very whimsical, very beautifully written. Great explorations of death and grieving. It's something I noticed, like a common trend throughout V.E. Schwab's book, very much talking about death and grieving, and I think she always does it very well. Next up is Battle of the Linguistic Mages by Scott O'Moore. This was a 3-star read, and I still don't really know how I gave it 3 stars, but listen, this book had so much potential, but I just fumbled it every 5 seconds. The plot was so intriguing. It's basically, it's like there's this VR game that you use your voice to cast spells among other classes within the game. They come to find out that they're using this spell casting system to hunt down who would be the best person to learn this real world magic given by these aliens called exclamation marks. It's basically 108 vocal patterns that you can admit to make, like, persuade someone to do something and all that kind of stuff. It's very tinfoil hatty. It was a fun time, but not the best of times. I enjoyed, like I said, the plot. It was so interesting. I was so engrossed with it because I wanted to love it so much. You had parts inside of the virtual reality game, in the real world. It was just a lot, and it was way too long. Way too long. And like, the ending was fumbled. It's another one that just took too long to say things. Just say it. Anyways, I digress. Next up is Kiss and Tell by Adib Khorram, and this was a 4-star read. I love Adib Khorram. This is a book following a gay boy that we follow after he has a very public breakup, and the ex is like, not blackmailing, but like releasing damaging things. He's a part of this boy band from Canada, and they're on this world tour, so think very One Direction. He is, you know, dealing through that life, how like weird like managers are about controlling their personas, and him coming to accept and to come to terms with making his own decisions about how he presents himself and how he enjoys life. And I think it was very, very well done. The audiobook, fan-flipping-tastic. There was a huge cast, very well done. Loved the audiobook, highly recommend. And yeah, it was a very cute ending. Had me tearing up at parts. I loved it. I loved it a lot. Loved it a lot. And then the final book I read was The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. This was a 3-star read. This is a mystery where this girl she takes this train a lot to get to commute to work, and she sees this couple all the time because the train makes a stop, and she watches this couple and she creates a whole life and narrative for them. But then one day she sees that the wife has cheated on the husband, and then the next day the wife has gone missing. She feels guilty and like she has to get herself involved, which is the wrong choice if I've ever heard of it. But that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I got. So we follow her on her drunken escapades, which is kind of why I didn't like it that much. Is very repetitive in following her doing the same things for the first like half of the book, getting nowhere but doing the same things. I was kind of over it, especially for like a mystery thriller. I just wanted to like keep going. The ending was fun. I liked the twist. It was very, very fun. But yeah, but that's all I read. That's all I read in March. So it was an okay reading month. Wasn't my favorite. Didn't read anything too stand out, except for, I guess I say that, but then Master of Djinn and Gallant were pretty good. But yeah, so that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you did so, let's leave a check mark emoji because it's done. March is done. Books are done. We're done. Yeah? So, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you would like to stick around. If not, no hard feelings. Links for my Instagram and Goodreads are down below, as well as some of the books I talked about and other important links you should check out. I hope you're having a great day, night, or whatever, and I hope you have fun celebrating whatever you may be celebrating. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!